Election Commission of India orders re-poll of first phase of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election in 12 polling stations of 5 assembly constituencies on March 5th. Campaigning ends for second phase of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election in 38 assembly constituencies spread across 6 electoral districts. Manipur reports 19 new COVID-19 cases, 32 recoveries and 0 deaths in 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 1.46%. And India logged 6,561 COVID-19 cases, over 14,000 recoveries and 142 deaths in 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 98.62%. Good evening and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English News. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your mask properly and maintain a safe distance. And I'm Premi Thangjam, bringing you the news in details. Election Commission of India has ordered re-poll of first phase of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election for 12 polling stations in 3 electoral districts on March 5th, along with the second phase of election. As per notification signed by Under Secretary Santosh Kumar Dubey issued from CEO Manipur, re-poll will be held for Kundrakpam Assembly Constituency, polling station 1/20, Sarauthil in Imphal East District, Side 2 Assembly Constituency, polling station 51/46, New Kaithal Manbi in Kangpokpi District, Thanlon Assembly Constituency, polling station 56/5, Songsang, polling station 56/10, Maite, polling station 56/19, Tinsuang, Henglep Assembly Constituency, polling station 57/20, Mazuron Kuki, polling station 57/31, and Chingpai, polling station 57/34, Korentak, polling station 57/39, Molsang, polling station 57/49, Lainom and Singhat Assembly Constituency, polling station 60/36, Taikot, and polling station 60/43, Maukot in Churchanpur District. Re-poll was declared for these polling stations under Representation of the People's Act 1951 subsection clause 2. Re-poll will begin from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m. Election campaigning for the second phase of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election ended at 4 p.m. today. 22 assembly constituencies of 10 electoral districts, namely Thoubal, Kakching, Ziribam, Chandel, Tengnopal, Kamjong, Ukhrul, Senapati, Tamenglong and None district are going on poll for the second phase of election on Saturday, March 5th. 11 seats are reserved for scheduled tribe in the second and final phase of the election. 92 candidates are in the fray, including 2 women candidates. BJP and Congress will have straight fights in Chandel and Nungba assembly constituencies in the second phase, and as many as 8 candidates will be contesting from Wangkhem constituency alone. Counting of votes for both the phases will be on March 10th. First batch of polling and security personnel assigned for the second phase of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election duty at 41 Chandel and 42 Tengnopal constituency have been dispatched from Maha-Union Government High School in Chandel. DC Chandel Chandel District Election Officer Mayanglambam Rajkumar said personnel for 64 polling stations out of the total 154 polling stations of these 2 constituencies were dispatched today. Personnel for the remaining polling stations will be dispatched tomorrow. CEO Manipur Rajesh Agrawal visited injured election personnel at RIMS and Janims hospitals today and wished them a speedy recovery. It may be recalled that the security personnel assigned for election duty in Tamenglong district met with fateful accident on March 2nd on their way to designated booths. 10 personnel of 2nd IRB are undergoing treatment at RIMS and 1 CRPF personnel at Jennings. Suspected cadres of Zomi Revolutionary Army have reportedly beaten up 5 farmers of Sangpho village under Singhat subdivision in Churchandpur district. Impact News sources said the incident occurred at around 3:45 p.m. yesterday when the farmers were on their way to paddy fields. The miscreants reportedly captured the villagers and took them to their Muvanlai designated camp and brutally thrashed them. Sources further said the 5 persons, after being tortured and beaten up, were forced to sign a paper stating that they will not do anything against the Zomi interests in future and were further warned of death if they continue to do so, and even leak this incident to anyone. It is expected that the villagers were trashed in connection with the first phase of 2022 state general election. Singhat police station has registered a case. Miscreants have vandalized 3 shops and opened fire at Kakmayai in Hairok constituency. The incident reportedly occurred at around 11 p.m. yesterday. Villagers staged a protest meet today displaying various placards condemning the incident. Kaishamthong MLA Langpok Lakpam Jayantakumar has clarified that he is in no way related to yesterday's seizure of 34 kgs of opium by Narcotics and Affairs of Border NAP Manipur from a man in Koraining Thaupong Laikai. Speaking to media at his Bisham residence today, MLA Jayantakumar said the vehicle Toyota Fortuner, which carried the opium, does not belong to him anymore. El Jayantakumar made it clear that the vehicle was sold to one Salam Khelend of Kurai Kongpal, Chingangbam Laikai on February 12th after he filed the nomination paper on February 7. Thus, it appeared as a part of his liability and his assets in the election affidavit. He maintained that he has sold deeds and affidavit for the sale of the vehicle. He also clarified that he did not include the flag post when he sold the vehicle, stating that the miscreant has already confessed to his crime and that the NAP police has taken necessary actions. El Jayantakumar appealed to clear his name from the matter.
MLA El Jayantakumar checkpost over Garida, opium yorame, me hit Tavda, Yamna Lana, Madagina, just meaning the topom, the Kedito Wagara, which is high business city, Machete. Oral evidence, the documentary evidence is no corroborated to Bung out the Neko. The Nakogi, I cited it, Karigum among Amatada Karishika Mail, the only thing is like Kamu the number being changed ownership transfer to Gotabadum at Tobirum the Samikin Prajana, Musumani Prajana, Lana, Loba Kopa, Lairamasu, Lady real factory, Siki Porcini, the Gimadu, Shindopuya, but I cited. Salam Kheleng
of Kurai Kongpal Chingangbam Laikai, brother of the man from whom NAP Manipur unit yesterday seized the opium, also clarified that Kaishamthong MLA El Jayantakumar is not connected to the case. He said that the MLA sold his Toyota Fortuner bearing registration number MN06LA3456 on February 12th with necessary affidavit from Oath Commissioner and sale deed from the Transport Department. Salam Kheleng said he could not change the name on the registration of the vehicle as Code of Conduct was in place and officials of the Transport Department were busy.
Toyota Fortuner number MN06LA3456 Hairiba Gari Asi Honorable MLA Langpolakpam Jayantakumar Dagi Ai Isamak Salam Kheleng Singh Kurai Kongpan Chingangbam Laikai Dagi February gi date 12 Asida Ai Hangna Laijarabani Ngasi Thokriba Port Habagi Gari Asiga Mari Lenana Thokriba Asiga Hairiba MLA Langpolakpam Jayantakumar ga Karigumba Hiram Amata da Mari Lenajade Haina Mayamna Suthajabi Haina Aina Press ki Thongda Singdokchari.
NAB Manipur team has arrested a man in possession of 9 kgs of opium at Malom Bazaar. Teams of NAB Manipur under the supervision of SP NAB were carrying out search drives at different areas in view of elections yesterday when one of the teams arrested 57-year-old Thangjam, son of late T.H. Lukhoi from Kurai Ahongang Leikai, Imphal East District, who was bringing the contraband drug in his vehicle around 4:30 p.m. 13 packets of opium were found hidden in the inner compartment made on the side of his Maruti Zipsy bearing registration number ML05E4123. NAB police station has registered a case against him. Manipur reported 19 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 1,299 samples tested in the last 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 1.46%. As per the latest report from State Health Department and COVID-19 Common Control Room, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur are 136,854. Active cases are 293. There is no report of COVID-19 related death in the past 24 hours. Death toll remains at 2,113. On the positive note, 32 recoveries were reported in the past 24 hours, rising the total recovered cases to 134,448. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 98.24%. On that note, it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We'll be right back. Keep watching Impact News.
Presto Personalized Wonders, Imphal da nauna hangdok jare, hairiba asida personalized gifts, corporate gifts, awards and mementos, home decor, office rubber stamp na chingba potlamsing mafam asida phangbigani. Ngasi maglangsing birau Tilak Ras Enterprises, Presto, Thangal Bazaar near Kasturi Chowk, Imphal. Contact number 0385-244-9025 natraga 98621-00456.
Enjoy our freshly baked products. All our products contain honey. Kohi, taste the heart of Manipur.
Welcome back after the break and you're watching Primetime English News. India added 6,561 fresh COVID-19 cases, 14,947 recoveries and 142 deaths in 24 hours. As per the latest report of Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India's COVID-19 active cases have declined to 77,152. Total recoveries are 4,23,53,620 and recovery rate stands at 98.62%. Death toll reaches 5,14,388. Over 178 crore 2 lakh doses of COVID-19 vaccine have been administered in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 44 crore 8,95,000 people. Above 59 lakh 94,000 people have died and recoveries are above 37 crore 37 lakh 32,000. USA has the highest active cases of above 2 crore 58 lakh 45,000 in the world. UN General Assembly on Wednesday voted overwhelmingly to censure Russia's invasion of Ukraine and demanded that Moscow stop fighting and withdraw its military forces, an action that aims to diplomatically isolate Russia at the world body. India abstained on the vote in view of the totality of the evolving situation. The resolution, supported by 141 of the Assembly's 193 members, passed in a rare emergency session called by the UN Security Council while Ukrainian forces battled to defend the port of Kherson in the face of airstrikes and a devastating bombardment that forces hundreds of thousands of people to flee. Only 5 countries voted against the resolution, while 35 abstained and 12 absented themselves. The UAE, which had abstained along with India and China at the Security Council, however, voted for the resolution at the General Assembly. Pakistan, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka also abstained, while Nepal, Bhutan and Maldives voted for the resolution. Bhutan's vote was surprised as it has a special relationship with India and coordinates its foreign policy decisions with it. Among the former Soviet republics, Kazakhstan, Armenia and Tajikistan abstained. This was the 4th abstention by India on a vote on the Ukraine issue at the UN. The other 3 at the Security Council, where India is an elected member. India stressed on promotion of diplomacy to end the Ukraine crisis. Forest Department Chief Conservator Longjam Joykumar stressed on the significance of conserving wildlife on World Wildlife Day 2022 today. This year's theme is safeguarding key species for ecosystem restoration. Speaking exclusively to Impact News, Longjam Joykumar highlighted important roles played by each and every living being in the ecosystem. He also warned that there are various acts under which those harming wildlife can be penalized. Joykumar said many peoples have started acknowledging the significance of conserving wildlife, hence efforts are on to revive community reserved forests. He appealed for public cooperation in protecting wildlife.
lamdagi thawai panba jiba sing wildlife asibu masi importance se ekoina amuk nauna mu nising nanaba masi ekoi punama amatoina lamlaki thawai panba jiba sing asibu kamaina kanjab tawdege haiba masida ekoi ningsingba amasung ekoi punna saminanabagi wakhalon du poroknan bogi damaktani world wildlife day haitana throughout the globe across the globe se da khoi celebrate tawribase wildlife se masi mahan biaroi hunting tawiyaroi masigi threat towa lalolitik tawiyaroi masi fazana awareness si khoi laab matamda da khoi punna seminar mutta da protect to bungangani.
Proscribed Manipur Naga Revolutionary Front has observed its 11th Raising Day. Press release from the outfit's Department of Information and Publicity says the Raising Day event was held successfully at the outfit's headquarters, graced by MNRF Army Chief Vapaimi Zimik, MPA Chief of Army Staff M. Chauba, and ULNF Secretary of Minority Affairs TD Kumanchiru. The press note further says Army Chief Vapaimi reminded that MNRF stands not only for the Naga community but all communities and appealed for joint cooperation. One-day workshop on Jal Jeevan Mission and Swachh Bharat Mission Grameen was held at R.K. Sanatombi Devi Vidyalaya complex in North AOC today. Public Health Engineering Department and R.K. Sanatombi Devi College of Education jointly organized the event. Speaking on the occasion, PHED Chief Engineer Haubam Sunil stressed on the importance of consuming clean water. He added that as per the World Health Organization, 80% of diseases are waterborne.
We all know the important water is a life-giving substance. The water is life. And the water is also the medium for transmitting many communicable diseases. The World Health Organization for more than 80% of the communicable diseases are waterborne and because of lack of sanitation. We require good quality water for maintaining good health and healthy society and ultimately progress of the economy. Realizing the importance of clean water and sanitation, this clean water and sanitation is one among the 17 Sustainable Development Goals set up by the United Nations General Assembly during 2015 and are intended to be achieved by the year 2030.
86 Battalion CRPF Lamphilpat has built a market shade for villages of Lake Kangpokpi and football ground for villages of El Halngom in Kangpokpi district. Manish Kumar Agrawal, IPS, IGP, Manipur and Nagaland sector, CRPF 86 Battalion constructed a market shade and football ground under the supervision of SH Mohammed Yusuf, Commandant 86 Battalion CRPF as a part of a civic action program. And now the sports news. First MNC Super Plate cricket tournament kicked off today under the aegis of Manipur Cricket Association at Luang Pokpa Cricket Stadium in Luang Sangbam. In today's first league match, PCC Mayakoibi made 188 runs and 40 overs with 9 wickets down. In response, KSDO Kiamgai secured 189 runs and 37 overs with 7 wickets down, winning the match by 3 wickets. KSDO Kiamgai's all-rounder Hamza was adjudged player of the match. One league match each will be played at Luang Pokpa Cricket Stadium, Oriental College and Model Higher Secondary School Ground and Langtabal Public Ground tomorrow. League match of the ongoing Indian Super League 2021-22 between Chennai FC and ATK Mohun Bagan is underway at Fatorda Stadium since 7:30 p.m. In yesterday's league match played at Tilak Maidan, Kerala Blasters defeated Mumbai City FC in 3-1. Jamshedpur is leading the league's table tally with 37 points, followed by Hyderabad at second spot with 35 points and ATK Mohun Bagan at third spot with 34 points. 12th edition of the Women's Cricket World Cup will finally get underway in New Zealand from March 4th. The tournament, which was initially scheduled to be played in February-March 2021, was postponed by a year due to COVID-19 pandemic. West Indies and New Zealand will open the cup at Tauranga's Bay Oval. 8 countries will participate in the cup, where altogether 31 matches will be played. Participating countries are Australia, Bangladesh, England, India, New Zealand, Pakistan, South Africa and West Indies. Before we conclude, let's take a look at headlines once again. Election Commission of India orders re-poll of first phase of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election in 12 polling stations by 5 assembly constituencies on March 5th. Campaigning ends for second phase of 12th Manipur Legislative Assembly election in 38 assembly constituencies spread across 6 electoral districts. Manipur reports 19 new COVID-19 cases, 32 recoveries and 0 deaths in 24 hours. COVID positivity rate stands at 1.46%. And India logged 6,561 COVID-19 cases, over 14,000 recoveries and 142 deaths in 24 hours. Recovery rate stands at 98.62%.